Okay, so good afternoon, class. Today we will be dealing with our module number 7 in Homeroom, which is entitled A Closer Look at My Considerations for Senior High School. So now we will be talking about in entering senior high school, which is known to be the grade 11 and grade 12. We need to be advanced. Ano ba yung kukunin ko na strand kapag ako ay mag-senior high school na? Kasi it will help us to plan. Mas maganda, mas maaga mag-plan tayo para when we are already there, we are not already confused. Ano? So, much better na sa grade 9 pa lang, iniisip na natin. So, all of us, lahat kayo ay may kanya-kanyang ambisyon. All of you have a profession that you wanted to be, di ba? So, I have in here pictures of different professionals. So first is I have accountant, those people who are working in the bank. Number two is an engineer. Number three is a policeman. Number four is a computer programmer. And number five is a journalist, such as a known work as a newscaster. Okay, so I have in here the list of the strands under the academic strand, which is the STEM, which is known as Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. We have ABM, Accountancy, Business, and Management. We have HUMS, Humanities and Social Sciences, and GAS, which is the General Academic Strand. So let us see if you can answer this. So you can answer it by yourself, or you can have a paper of yours to answer it. So for number one, to be an accountant, what do you think must be a senior high school get? Is it the A, B, or C, or D? Okay. So if you wanted to be an accountant, you need to be the letter B or the ABM, 'di ba? So actually there's a clue words na nga accountancy. So it talks about regarding about money, 'di ba? The in and out of the money, the tax. That's also if you wanted to be in working in the tax as a tax collector, you can also be getting ABM for your senior high school. Let's talk about number two, which is to be an engineer. So, what do you think is the strand that you can get if you wanted to be an engineer? Yeah, that's correct. So, it must be letter A or um, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So, meron na siya rin clue that if you wanted to be engineer someday on your college, so much better if on your senior high school you will get STEM. Let's talk about number three, being a police. What do you think is the strand that a student must get kung gusto niya maging police? Correct. Very good. That's letter C. So letter C is HUMS, which stands for Humanities and Social Sciences. So police are working for people, for the society. So that's why if you wanted to gain this ambition, and you wanted to enroll to study it on your college, then much better on your senior high, you will get HUMS. Let's talk about number four, which is a computer programmer. What do you think is the strand that a student must get on the senior high school if he wanted to be a computer programmer? Yeah, that's correct. It's letter A. Since STEM is talking about sciences and technology, so much better if you wanted to be a computer programmer, a web developer, then you must have STEM on your senior high school. Number five, if you wanted to be a journalist and a newscaster, what do you think is the strand that you wanted to have on your senior high? Yeah, that's correct. It must be letter C, which is humanities and social sciences. Okay. So let us talk more about this different senior high school strand, academic strand, and a lot. So I have in here to give you some background kung kayo dun yung gustong maging computer programmer or web developer, much better if you will get STEM on your senior high school. And these are also the list of some career jobs if you are a STEM senior high, kung ano yung pwede nyong ituloy sa inyong college to give you a background. Gusto ko maging software developer. So, pagtapos nyo ng senior high as a STEM, then itutuloy nyo yun sa college ninyo. And then after that, this could be your their work. So if you are a STEM student in senior high, you can continue your college and have an ambition to be a software developer, computer programmer, actuary, mathematician, petroleum engineer, statistician, aerospace engineer, mining engineer, electrical engineer, mechanical engineer, web developer. data scientist, computer support specialist, information security analyst, computer network architect, computer hardware engineer. Okay. So if you wanted to be these possible accounting job opportunities such as accountant, staff accountant, most of these are working in the bank. Bookkeeper, accounting manager, accounting clerk, tax manager, accounts payable clerk, internal auditor, then possible that your career must start in your senior high school as an ABM student. But if you wanted to be a teacher, a lawyer, a psychologist, author or editor, politician, criminologist, journalist, criminologist, there's two, police, I think it's news anchor, archaeologist, college professor, consultant, cultural anthropologist, editor and writer, geologist, historian, linguistic anthropologist, museum curator, park interpreter, physical anthropologist, oceanography or oceanographer, statistician, travel agent or guide, weather forecaster, economist, political scientist, sociologist, much better. In your senior high school, you will get UMS. Okay. For the gas, this is the strand we're in. If you wanted to enroll to be as a gas students, then most are looking to develop their skills in reading. So if you wanted to develop your skills in reading, writing, and speaking, you can also get gas. In short, gas students are being groomed as professionals who serve people through ideas and communication. So possible. The same with Humes. They can be someday lawyers, professors, psychologists, or theologians, di ba? So, syempre, lawyers are good in speaking skills must be the same with the professors in reading and writing as well. Psychologists as well must have developed the reading, writing, and skills. Theologians are those people who can be work as pastors, okay? So the most likely ones to take if you are a gas graduate are those that have to do with communication arts. So pag graduate na ng gas, you can continue your college degree about communication arts, about education, teacher, journalism, philosophy, literature, and political science. So most of the time, gas students are those students who are still not sure what strand they can get on their senior high. But if you are really sure, then much better if you can evaluate if I am UM, STEM, or ABM. Kasi para mas sigurado na tayo sa ating college. Kapag kasi tama, yung nakuha mo na senior high strand, halos yung pinag-aralan mo ng senior high ay continuation ng iyong magiging college. So kapag gas kasi, yung mga confused dito pa sila ito yung kinukuha nila kasi ayaw din nilang mahinto, di ba? But ang nangyayari, pagdating ng college, halimbawa, gusto pala nila talagang mag-engineer, no? So yung mga schema or yung mga background knowledge regarding about engineering, hindi masyadong nakuha ng gas nung senior high siya. So, kailangan ng extra effort, gano'n. Pero kahit papaano masusundan naman 'yun, kaya nga lang kung ang kaklase mo ay, galing na ng STEM, ta's ikaw gas ka nung nakaraang senior high, and then pareho kayo nag-get na engineering, mas siyempre mas maiintindihan na nila yung lesson. It's because, they already touched some of the lessons during their senior high, okay? So it's a really big factor if we already know what strand we are going to get on senior high school. So when we enter tertiary education or college, we are now equipped. Alam na natin yung mga ibang lessons na pinag-uusapan, the matters, the stops and the words, the vocabulary, specifically on that profession, you are already aware of it and familiar. Okay? So let's proceed. These are the other track that is available aside from academic track. Kasi yung kanina yung STEM, UMS, ABM, and GAS, under lang yon ng academic track. Meron pang tatlo, okay? So the second one is what do we call tech book or the technical vocation livelihood track, okay? Dito kasi sa atin sa Rizal, not all the school are offering this other track. If you are interested with the other track, hahanap tayo ng school na nag-o-offer nito for senior high, ano? So for example, if your interest is about home economics, okay, information and communications technology or agri-fishery, then you can enroll any one from this, hindi yung tatlo, isa lang diyan. Pero kung under siya ng technical vocational livelihood track, hanapin mo muna yung school na nag-o-offer nito. Industry arts design track are kung ikaw ay interested to have a profession in music, in theater, visual arts, media arts, and dance, hanapin natin yung school na nag-o-offer ng track na to. Then you can get your specialization. Halimbawa sa dance ka, di doon ka mag-enroll. Then the other track is what we call the sports track. It is where the learners like you tend to become interested in an activity if you see yourself confident in performing it and if you see the positive outcome. Interests are unlikely to develop in activities in which you see yourself as not performing well, and you most likely expect negative outcomes. Interests may also flourish if you already possess the talent and you have an enabling environment that can support to achieve positive outcomes. This may not also develop if you are deprived of the chances to nurture your efficiency and positive beliefs about yourself. So, sports track, of course, ito yung mga batang sporty, yung hindi lang pang basketball, no? Pang baseball pa. So, if you think you can be able to attend and talagang nandun yung iyong interest, find a school who is offering a sports track. Okay? All right. So let us always be remember the different objectives that we are going to learn in this module. We will learn the various factors that can affect our decision on what to pursue as soon as you finish junior high school. 'Di ba, hindi pa naman talaga lahat ngayon, hindi pa alam. Ano ba talaga yung gusto kong i-pursue? Ano ba yung gusto kong kunin sa senior high pag natapos ko na yung aking junior high school, no? So there are different factors that I will show you today in this module, baka iyon ay makakatulong sa inyong desisyon. Also, this module will help you understand the process of finding what career fits your skill and preferences. Of course, everybody has different skills, di ba? Everybody has different preferences. And let us find out kung ganito na yung skills ko, ano bang career ang dapat kong kunin. Kasi pag meron ka na, innate na sa'yo yung skills na yon, then magwo-work ka, hindi ka masyadong hirap. Kasi part na ng, alam mo na yung skills na yun, part na siya ng body and mind mo. So, para ka na lang talagang nabubuhay in an easy way. Ang sarap magtrabaho kapag hindi ka napilitan or kapag gusto mo talaga yung, ginagawa mo, 'di ba? Exploring possible career choices. So dito, for those who didn't have career yet, this module can also still help you. Ano nga ba yung nababagay sa akin or posibleng maging career ko someday or choices man lang, may mapagpilian. In this module, you can also understand the paths leading to the different tracks and strands in senior high school. So, ito yung makakatulong sa atin. Ano bang strand yung pwede nating kunin pag-enter natin ng senior high. Okay? So, first, in choosing what is the strand we wanted to gain, we need to know our traits and potential. So, I have in here 15 traits and potential. Pag sinabi nating traits, ugali, di ba? Or characters mo. Pag sinabi nating potential, yung mga kakayahan mo or ability, capacity na kaya mong gawin. Okay? So, try to think kung ikaw ba 'to. Ikaw ba ay number one, are you a curious person or a person who love to ask why? Are you number two, inventor, wherein you wanted to make new things, explore things, and explore different stops and invent? Are you number three? Are you having this potential that or traits that you are really interested to solve math problems? Yung parang kahit napakahirap ng problem, pero talagang hindi ka nawawalan ng interest. Nandun yung iyong spirit na iso-solve. Gusto mo talagang malaman kung ano yung answer kahit ang hirap pa ng formula. Ikaw ba to? Ikaw ba si number four that who can lead a group na yung mararamdaman mo na napakaraming tao na gusto ikaw yung leader and nakakatuwa yung nagiging products ng inyong performances. Talagang nabe-very good ka as a leader. Are you a strong person by means of decision, by heart, by mind, 'di ba? By socialization factor, gano'n ka ba kalakas ang loob? Yung bang hindi ka iyakin, hindi ka matampuhin, hindi ka mahiyain, hindi ka nagseselos, hindi ka madaling ma-down, always positive. Are you this kind of person? Number six, are you having a good communication skills? Or are you the one who can report and do presentation? Yun talagang maganda ang pagbibigay ng information and data. May logic, sunod-sunod, no? Maganda pag nag-present. Are you a kind of person who is understanding wherein kahit gaano ka-troublesome yung isang tao ay you can still understand his or her reason, you're still there to listen. Are you passionate? When we say passionate, gustong-gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. Sabihin ka natin, ito yung mga taong nag-aalab. Yung bang hindi mo makikitaan na nawawalan ng motibasyon. Yung parang araw-araw laging masaya. Okay? Laging handa sa mga gagawin niyang trabaho. Are you the person who love to read? 11, are you the person who love to write, who love to talk? Are you 13, are you the one who always give and share? And kapag ginagawa mo yun, yun yung nagpapasaya sa'yo? Or are you number 14, are you an open-minded person? Wherein when we say open-minded, not short-tempered, no? Kahit nakausap mo, may problema, and then makikita mo parang mali naman yung sinasabi niya, but then you are still open-minded, always open to listen to that person. Or number 15, are you the person who are okay with any kind of people? Mahirap man yan, mayaman, di ba? Mabango, hindi mabango, di ba? Maganda, hindi maganda, nasa ganitong nakatira, sa ganito naman subdivision nakatira. Are you a kind of people who are okay with any kind of people? Di ba? Matanda, bata, tindera, tsuper, lahat kaya mong pakisamahan. Yun yung ibig sabihin niyan. So I want you to choose one. So when you already choose one, I will show you what is this personality. If you are having this personality, ano kaya ang strand na pwede ka? Okay? So if you are a curious person, an inventor, interested to solve math, therefore you must get an STEM. Okay, which is science, technology, engineering. Okay, so invention is tells about science, curiosity it tells about science. Okay, so much better if you are this kind of a person, then you can get STEM. If you can lead a group, if you are a strong person, good in communication skills, can report and do presentation, much better if you will get ABM. ABM is talks about business management. Okay? So, ang mga manager, kailangan magaling silang humandle ng group. Ang mga manager dapat always strong in decision kasi sometimes there's failures, there's challenges. So, if you believe you can even anumang challenges hindi ka talaga napababagsak. Maybe your potential is to have a business, okay? And then a manager must also have a good communication skills, no? To lead the group or a company, 'di ba? You must know how to talk with the people around you. And of course, a manager always do report and presentation. So if you have this kind of traits and potential, much better if you will get a STEM. However, if you are understanding, passionate, love to read, love to write, love to talk until the 15, you will get UMS. 'Di ba? Kasi ang UMS, ito yung mga magpupulis, ito yung mga magti-teacher, ito yung mga lawyer. So, pag ikaw ay police, if you of course, you need to be passionate with what you are doing. Hindi ka puwedeng tinatamad, 'di ba? If you're a teacher, of course, you must love to read, you love to talk, and you love to write. If you are a lawyer as well, you must have these three, 'di ba? If you wanted to be a politician, you take UMS. Politicians or those people who are working for the people. Yung laging kasama ng mga tao. Psychologists, yan. Dito kayo ay understanding, kukuha kayo ng UMS. So, meaning to say, if you are a kind of people who wanted to be accompanied with a lot of people, yung gusto laging maraming kasama, mag-UMS ka. Okay? So, ma'am, 10 yung gas dyan. As what I told you, gas is a general academic strand. No? So, kahit ano naman dyan ang process ng isang tao at hindi ka pa sure, then you can get gas. However, um, if you already locate your traits and potential, and it says that much better for you is to be STEM or to be UMS, then much better doon ka na. Para pagdating ng college, sabi ko nga kanina, it is really a big help if you enrolled in a correct strand in your senior high school. So let's proceed. Career planning. So career is your work someday. Yun yung tinatawag nating career. Kagaya ko, ang career ko is a teacher this moment. So before, I also do planning bago ako naging ganito, okay? So career planning, it means that it helps you to understand the knowledge, competencies, and skills in preparing for your future path. Diba? The following are self-help activities for career pathing. Come up with a well-planned career by taking a closer look at this action. So, of course, kayo ay kailangan nyo na rin mag-plan. Okay? So, you need to understand ano na ba yung mga alam ko? Ano ba yung mga bagay na I can compete with the other? Ano ba yung mga skills na meron na ako? This will help you to prepare for your future. Kasi mahirap naman yung ito yung kaya natin and then ang future natin ang layo doon sa ating mga kakayanan. Mas maganda kung sila ay connected. So the first is we need to have a developing self-awareness. It leads you to realize the career path that is appropriate and relevant to you. Of course, awareness, kanino ka pa ba dapat magiging aware? Of course, to yourself. No? Paano natin gagawin na makilala mo ang iyong sarili, 'di ba? You need to um, you need to reflect with yourself. Ano ba yung mga, na-achieve ko or anong klase ba akong tao? Gusto ko ba yung I just work alone? Mas masaya ba ako kung mag-isa lang ako nagwo-work? Mas maganda kung siguro office-based ang iyong career. O mas masaya ako if I work with, many people, yung talagang nasa field ako, nasa labas, gano'n ba ako? Then much better if you will take Yums. Kasi pagka gano'n, ang trabaho na nararapat sa'yo ay police, yung mga ano, yung mga malapit sa tao, teacher, right? So you need to have an awareness of yourself para malaman mo kung ano ba yung appropriate para sa'yo. Anong ugali meron ka, ay naku, very short-tempered ako. So, hindi ako talaga puwede sa tao. I don't have a lot of patience. Yung 'pag hindi nakikinig sa akin naiinis na ako. So, hindi ako puwedeng mag-work sa government. So, try to take other strand, 'no? Kasi kung pipilitin mo yung sarili mo, mahihirapan ka. That is the traits that you have. But although, sabi nga, eh, there is no permanent in this world but change. Naniniwala rin ako diyan. Kung kaya magbago, ba't hindi? Hindi natin masasabi na baka yung meron tayo ngayon ay magbabago pa someday, okay? So kaya nga sabi self-awareness, you need to be aware of what you are at the moment. Darating pa ang panahon, ngayon siguro naiisip mo, ito na, yung iba sa inyo, sure na, ito na, this is the ambition that I wanted to be. But still some of you are maybe baka magbabago pa or nag-iisip pa. Still that is part of self-awareness. You are still exploring yourself. Number two, you need to exploring your environment and the opportunities around helps factor in the relevant skills, personal potential, and traits that you may want to consider. So you need to explore the environment and the opportunities. Ano ibig sabihin nito? When we say environment, it includes the community, di ba? Ano-ano ba ang mga existed na schools sa ating community that can help me to develop my skills and potential? Or sa madaling salita, ano bang school ang available na pwede kong enrollan? Kasi baka mamaya, meron naman pala dito kaso kaso parang mas, puwede naman din 'yun. Halimbawa, dalawa yung naiisip mo na na strand na palagay mo ay suitable sa'yo, 'no? Tapos, yung isa wala dito sa paligid, nasa Quezon City, let's just say, and then yung isa nandito sa Montalban. Minsan mas maganda kung saan yung mas malapit, doon tayo mag-aaral. Kasi, the different factors such as bagyo, 'di ba, just like this pandemic, mahihirapan tayo mag-report kung magta-transpo tayo, right? But then there are still some students who are strong enough to have a rentals for room. Kung malayo yung school nila mula dito sa Montalban, ginagawa nila, nagre-rent sila monthly, dun sila tumitira, no? Para lang makapag-aral dun sa school na yun. Kasi nandun yung strand na gusto nila, nandun yung track na gusto nila. Siguro kailangan din nating i-consider talaga, ano ba ang gusto ko? Umuwi ako lagi sa amin at dito na lang ako mag-aaral o gusto ko talagang makuha yung strand na gusto ko kahit sa malayo, hindi ako makakauwi sa amin or araw-araw ako magco-commute, okay? We need also to, explore and, give an a decision about that, okay? Another is environment is your family. Maybe your family also has ambition for you. Mga kuya, mga pinsan, mga tito, tita, they are really an example of professionals right now. Yung iba sa inyo, bibigyan kayo ng reasons, ay ng mga advices. Mas maganda kung magiging ganito ka, di ba? Mas magandang mag-work ka sa ganitong company, right? So that is also the environment that is telling here. Okay? Number three, in career planning, we need to have a managing transition and major changes in life teaches us track our appropriate career paths through the actions in dealing with such changes and transition. Ito na yung sinasabi ko rin sa number one. When we say transition, pagbabago. Okay? Ayan, major changes. Pwedeng transition na minor changes or major changes. So we need to manage it kasi that will also help us on our career path. Okay, nagbabago kasi tayo minsan ng may mga ugali tayong naa-adapt na bago, may mga ugali tayo dati na chine-change natin ng kaunti 'no, that will also help on our career, 'di ba? Kasi 'pag ang ating attitude at ang ating character dala-dala natin 'yan 'pag nag-work na tayo, eh. So, much better na kung saan work tayo mapupunta, yung mga attitude ko ba ay suitable ba sa ganitong trabaho, okey? So aside from that, there are also some several factors that can be considered important in choosing your senior high school track and strand. Some of these are the following. First, you need to believe in your abilities. Kung meron na tayong abilities like we are good in speaking, no? Once na pag napuri tayo na napakagaling mag-report, napakaganda ng explanation, no? That is one of your abilities. Believe in it. And i-appreciate mo siya na matuwa tayo na meron pala akong gano'ng abilidad. Napapansin ng ibang tao, much better that your abilities will be proclaimed by the other but not by ourselves. We believe in it which is came from the other. Sa ibang muna manggagaling, 'di ba? Iba naman na yung ikaw mismo nagsabi sa sarili mo kahambugan na iyon, 'no? Mas maganda kung manggagaling sa iba kasi others are our mirror. Sila yung ating reflection eh. Who can tell sabi nga 'di ba may kasabihan, "Tell me who your friends, I will tell you who you are." 'Di ba? So yung mga nakapaligid sa atin, yan ang makakapagsabi sa atin ano ba ang mga abilidad natin, ano ba ang mga skills, saan bagay tayo magaling, 'di ba? So, we must believe in it. And that is also a good factor. Sabi nila magaling akong mag-talk, so ano bang puwede kayang senior high school or strand sa akin? Interests, you need to know what are your interests. Are you good in editing? Are you good in this application? Are you good with building rapport with friends together? Yung talagang magkakasama kayo. Okay, what is your interest? Are you are you a vlogger? So, try kung saang strand puwede yung mga gano'ng interest mo na mababagayan mo. Skills, what are the skills you are possessing right now, 'di ba? Nakakagawa ka ba ng mga crafts, nakaka-invent ka ba ng mga different kahit simple robotics 'no? Naaayos mo na ba yung mga kahit simpleng electric fan sa bahay, nakakapagkabit ka na ba ng ilaw, nakakapag-cook ka ba ng new recipe? And then that will also help kung saang strand ka dapat sa senior high. Abilities, ano yung mga kakayahan mo, 'no? Do you have the ability to, let's just say long endurance, yung bang hindi ka agad madaling mapagod, 'di ba? Then do you have the ability, to play guitar? That's talent, but still that's an ability. Maybe ability na hindi lang simpleng pagpe-play ng guitar, okay? But if you, do you have the ability to, easy to understand, different games, different apps, may gano'n ka bang abilidad, yung parang isang basa mo lang, isang tutorial lang gets mo na agad? Then try to look kung anong strand din ang nababagay sa'yo kung may gano'n kang ability. Financial assistance, of course, you need also to, have a factor of that. Lalo na ngayon, mahal ang mga enrollment fee and mahal din ang mga bilihin. Hindi lang naman enrollment fee ang gastos ng ating family, 'no? There's such like billing, like housing, and, other properties, business. So, we need also to think of saan bang school nag-o-offer ng strand na gusto ko na kaya naman, pasok naman sa budget ng family namin. Kasi that's being practical mga anak, eh. Mahirap magpasok sa isang school or sa isang bagay na hindi naman pala handa ang ating budget, 'di ba? Yung iba yan ang nagiging reason kaya hindi nakakatapos. Remember, in our life I believe for me on my own reason, much better talaga kung matatapos natin ang ating pag-aaral. Okay? Parent support, 'di ba? We need to ask the assistance of our parents na, "Ito po yung gusto kong stand, ma, pa. Okay, okay lang po ba?" Okay? And try to also have their advices because they know what's best for us. List of schools offering each track and strand. I think I already tell it to you. It's upon your decision if you will really follow the strand that you wanted. Kung nandito, swerte, hindi ka na masyadong mamamasahe ng napakalaki and hindi ka gigising ng napakaaga, hindi ka uuwi ng late, 'no? But then kung malayo, then you need to be ready for yourself. Kung malayo yung nag-o-offer na school ng track na gusto mo. And environmental and other similar factors, okay? Just like for the moment, environmental factor can be considered typhoon, 'di ba? Flash flood, earthquakes, and another is this pandemic that could be considered as environmental factors, okay? Can you continue to study your senior high school kung ganito, may pandemic tayo, kaya ba? Magko-online class ka ba? Kung magmo-modular ka, kaya mo ba yung setup? Kumuha ng module, magbalik ng module. Those are really some of the factors that you can consider kapag ngayon na magde-decide na tayo ng ating senior high school strand. So that's it. So now for our attendance on our homeroom, so this will be served as your attendance. If you do this, then you have an attendance as well as answer on the activity. So you need to answer the following question in the comment box in our Facebook group. Since nakapost naman to dito sa ating Facebook group, doon sa baba, doon nyo na lang po ilagay ang inyong answer para ma-check din ang inyong attendance. Okay? So only two questions I have. So number one, what is your ambition and what do you think is the strand suit for you? So kung may naisip kayo na ambisyon sa ngayon, ano yun? And then, palagay mo anong strand ang nababagay sa'yo? ABM ba, UMS ba, STEM, or GAS? Okay? Kung wala po doon, halimbawa ma'am, sa ibang track po ako, kasi academic track to eh. Itong mga to, academic track yan. Ma'am, halimbawa, livelihood track po ako. Dilagay mo, halimbawa, chef, livelihood track. Okay? Number two, what are the traits and potentials for ABM, USM, and STRAND? So, hindi nyo ito masasagot kung hindi nyo pinanood itong ating lesson for today. Kung hindi kayo nagbigay ng time mag-attend na panoorin ito. So, you just need to maybe at least give me three traits or potential sa ABM, tatlo sa UMS, tatlo sa STEM. Okay? That's it. So, see you on next Tuesday, 1 p.m. And thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned today. Thank you. God bless. This is Ma'am Maybell. Bye-bye.